Alright, to unbox it, we need to remove all this stuff here. I don't know why it is here, but we take it away like that. And here is the camera. So we're gonna unbox it with this little knife here. Yeah, so open it in behind here. Take it easy, so we don't, you know, destroying the camera. Whoops, no slippery slope there. Not good. All this plastic wraps all over. I'm so stoked about it, so we open it fast. I love new tech gear, it's so nice. I need to smell it. I need to smell it. Smells so good. Alright, here is the camera. It looks nice though. It's a little brick, kind of. It's nice, it's a little heavy, mainly because the display is kind of big, I think. Yeah, but let's see what's in here. I love this tech boxing stuff. So nice, always. It's like an art itself to, you know, make the perfect box. Here are some cables. Oh, here's a cover for the camera. You need to be nice with your little friend. So you can put it in there. A sticker, a little book, another book, and a rag. All right, let's line up this one more arty so you can get a point what's inside. It's yeah, basically a camera. You have this little wrap here. You have some, you know, books, and the rag and the cable. So it's pretty much minimalistic. We can add a banana to this one just to get some color in there and move this away so you get like a nice little setup here. I'm so stoked to test this one, and let's see if there's a battery inside. That's what I have to figure out. Yeah, let's let's put some juice inside this one and start filming. All right. Alright guys, I'm Leon and I'm back again. Today we're gonna talk about the Insta360 X3 and it's here. So first of the first, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not sponsored, I'm not paid in any way or direction to rave about this camera. I'm just doing it because I love doing tests. That's how I live my life. I just give this to you free and I, you know, get my stuff for my own money to get honest opinions. And I love tech stuff, lots of tech stuff. And sometimes some tech companies send me some stuff to, you know, Leon, can you try this one and get back to you, and you return it back to us and after you did your test. Well, I'm in for that. So I'm doing that too, but I never get paid for doing my reviews, all right? And that's also about this camera, the Insta360 X3, which is a new one out on market. It's been out for I don't know, a month, I think. I don't know really, but it's been out for, you know, a little while, I could say. Actually, I think they dropped this one before the new GoPro camera, which was quite clever of them to do. And another thing is that I never write scripts for my YouTube channel, never do. I'm always spontaneous and talking about stuff, unfiltered. But today, well, I did some bullet points at least, as you saw on the intro. I did bullet points in my Dragon book, which is here now. And you have the bullet points here. So we're gonna start with the very first start of these bullet points. So what does it say? Impression. All right, let's jump into the impression. This is the impression, my impression of the Insta360 X3, which is here. All right, this is a solid baby. It weighs like a newborn baby. It's quite heavy, much more heavier than the GoPro. Sorry guys, but I need to compare this to the GoPro in some way somehow, because the GoPros is what action folks use most and it's kind of standard. But the Insta360 is not a GoPro. It's not a GoPro, it's a 360 camera. It's quite different, but still, it's made for action filming or photos. If you like to do photos, you can do it also in 36 megapixel on single lens and 72 megapixel on the 360 view, because you got two cameras and it's 36, you know, as two to this and you get 72, so double up, all right? So, with that said, is this camera for you? I don't know, but my impression is it's a pretty cool little piece. It's not that thick, it's actually thinner than a GoPro, and it's like between a GoPro and a smartphone in size. I mean, in size, yeah. Maybe I should give you a point. I'm not an octopus, I would try to hold 3 units at the same time. Wait for it. So here you got the 3 units. You got the GoPro, you got the Insta360, and you got the Nokia phone here, which I also reviewed earlier. This is the GoPro 10. I have never touched the GoPro 11. I don't know how much thicker it is, but the 10 is much more thicker than this one. But it's also a smaller camera overall, and it's much lighter and all that jazz. But that's mainly because it's 2 cameras in this one. The other one has just one, and the display is much bigger, and it's a great display. That's it is. And the battery is here. Big one, and it weighs also like a big battery should. A little bit more. If I compare that to the GoPro battery, which is here, you get a point, right? Small battery, big battery, crap battery, good battery. Because I've been filming for this in 40 minutes and then I need to, you know, charge it. This one, in best of worlds, 20 minutes maybe or so, I don't know, kind of. So I put in the battery here again and let's go on with the impression. So it's made to be held this way, not horizontal. This way, and it comes with a mount which you can mount, you know, into your GoPro mounts as well. They have their own system, but it's really much like the GoPro system. They have tons of it on their site, which is great. You can buy like a invisible stick. You have maybe seen those videos with dudes walking around with sticks and you don't see the sticks, you just see the person walking around from above. Pretty cool. You can do that with any selfie stick, actually, as long as it's black, I think, because I used a black selfie stick and it works just great for that. So the purpose of needing their own selfie stick is not needed. You can use whatever you like to, but they have like a ridiculous long selfie stick. It's like, you know, you can film from the moon with it. And the longer stick you have, actually the cooler will this 360 be. So get as long stick as you can if you like to have a cool photo or film of yourself from above. It's a really bird perspective, it's super cool. Other than that, they also have helmet mounts. I'm gonna show you that. But well, wait. The impression so far is good. It's a solid piece, it's good. But wait until I go out biking with it. You can watch the movie here when I'm biking. All right, now you saw me biking. This is the mount I used. This is their own mount. It's really big. This looks like the mounts that GoPro had in 2013 or something, I think. Or was it Sony who had that? I can't remember, but it's too big. I mean, I get the point, it's heavy and you need to have, you know, extra stabilization here. But it looks like you riding around with a TV antenna on your head, like an astronaut or something. It's, you know, it becomes really high. So this is what you have on your head. It's, yeah, it's a solid piece you will have on your head, really. But I also tried to ride with the GoPro mount, which is significantly smaller than the other one, and it looks better. And it also sits better because it's stabilized. The other one's bouncing around. So the mounts that you can get to this one are like as many you get to GoPro plus several other options. You can get like a swinging pod that you put this on and you swing it and you get like cool POVs when you're flowing around, and you have that in this camera as a mode called bullet, and so it goes around. But what you can do to get like a ghetto hack for that, you just put a string here and you put a little pole and you just swing it. It works exactly the same, but it's kind of sketchy when this get loose and you throw it away on your partner. That's not a great one, but you can do that. That's a ghetto hack, all right? Sorry, Insta360 for telling them some ghetto hacks, but well, you know. More bullet points, so stick to the program. When you start this one, it takes 3 seconds. In about 3 seconds. It's quite a long time. Especially if they like to capture something like now. You can't. You have to wait 3 seconds for that. So if there's a deer coming out when you're in the forest and you want to capture that deer, you say, hey deer, can you please wait for me there? Yeah, but it's 3 seconds anyways. The photo, the camera. It's a 360 camera. That means, as I said, 72 megapixel camera, complete both sides. Each single lens is 36 megapixel. It's good, it's quite good, but it's not the best camera out there. This one is made for filming. So, well, the camera is more like an optional thing to use. I would stay with my iPhone. Really, it's much better camera in the iPhone than in this one. Sorry guys, but that is what it is. And mainly what annoys me is that it's too much fisheye. And I can't take that away. You can do that in GoPro. You don't need to have this fisheye effect. I don't like to have fisheye. If we're taking a portrait, I don't like to have a fisheye. That looks like an old rap movie from, 89, when fisheye was cool, or a skate movie when fisheye had a blast. But portraits in fisheye, come on guys, the nose looks like a big tomato. It's not cool. So with that said, the camera could be better, but in the app as a saver, you can straighten out the photo. But still, it's not sublime. It's not. So it's good for filming. Photo is like a, 3. And the GoPro is like more like a 4 in the action camera world, not like in the camera overall. Well, this is not like the one rule in all cameras, these action cameras. They're really small cameras, and they, you get what you expect for the money, sort of speaking. But don't buy this for a still build camera. It will not cover your needs. This is for filming, basically. Light. Video loves light. Light loves video, not really, but video loves light. The more light, the better it is, all right? So that's also come down to these cameras with the small sensors. They love light, even if the lens is 1.9 f. The aperture of the lens is 1.9, all right? That's good, but it's not so good even if you look at the quality. If you only look at the numbers, it looks like, oh nice, but if you look at the quality afterwards, it's not that good. You need lots of light, otherwise you're gonna boost the ISO and you're gonna get grainy, and the grain is not nice. It's like smudging out the whole picture. It's terrible. So stay as low ISO as you can and use as much light you can, and you will be good when you're filming. Low light, not so good. And speaking of light, we come down to the white balance. The white balance of this unit is kind of strange, really. I don't understand it full on, because it gets too warm or it gets too cold. So if you have it on auto, it's unpredictable. If you're inside, it looks like you're inside the sun. Everything is yellow, kind of. And if you're outside, everything is blue, especially if it is like in the dawn. Everything becomes blue. That's when I like to have it like a little bit warmer, not like blue. And the lower the light goes, the lower it goes. The white auto balance is not reliable at all. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's just glitch out and it looks like, God help me, kind of. And you probably saw that in my bike movie, that it was kind of blue, but the light was very low. So you need lots of light to get the perfect result. Speaking of perfect result, I know guys, this is like a long one. The perfect result is always hard to get when you're doing action cameras, but this one, the stabilizer is really good. I had this on my helmet and I was biking here. As I was biking, you couldn't see this one, but it was like wobbling around on my head. a lot, but still, it's still stabilized. It's pretty cool. And when you're done your movie, you want to post it really fast. You just upload it in the app and you put on auto, because this one cuts an AI auto sequence out of your movie, and it's actually really good. It put in all the effects and it looks super nice. It's not like, I mean, the GoPro's Quick is boring compared to this one. This one does the job really good. And I also have tons of music in the app and also effects, and you can put on filters, and you know, if you're filming in log, the filters is there, and you can also do adjustments, but don't expect too much in the app about editing. Speaking of editing, you just download their app into your Premiere program. Premiere Pro is what I'm using, and it works fine in Premiere Pro, and you can, you know, move around and switch around like I'm doing here. It's pretty cool. It's the same function as in the phone, but you have more control when you have it on the computer. That's super nice. This films in 5.2K, exactly as the GoPro. That means it eats your computer up, right? So when you're working in this 5.2K format and you don't have a computer that can't handle the files, you can either film in smaller files, or you can just stay in the bigger files and works in proxies. There are lots of tutorials how you work in proxies, so you can just Google that. I always work in proxies. The downside is when you cut something, you can't recut it, because when you export it, it will be that bad cut. So, well, I don't know. 5.2K, do I really need it? I don't need it. Actually, I don't need it. It's too much. And, you know, posting it on YouTube only, what do you need 5.2K for? So with that said, the format in this camera is a little bit overkill, but it's also the future. So 5.2K, which we are like, nah, now will be yay tomorrow. So yeah, it's good. It's good to have as much quality you can out of the camera, of course, but as long as you can't handle it, it doesn't make any sense. If you can handle those big files, well, good for you, buddy. Go for it. Go for it all day. I would. Finally, I got down to the conclusion. All right. This camera is really cool. It's a super cool camera. It gave me so much joy. It finds its place in my camera bag pretty fast, and I always have it with me. I always carry this with me as my daily camera because it's so much fun to film. Just walking into a record store and filming it with the 360 is so much cool. Like doing a vlog like today with Leon in the city with the 360 is so cool. It's so fun. I mean, there's ridiculous things you can do with this one that you couldn't before. And if I don't have it with me, I miss it. I didn't know and I didn't expect how much I needed this camera before I used it. And you're thinking, nah, I got the GoPro, I'm good. Good for you, buddy. But this gives another angle to it, and it's so much fun. Not like you're filming with this all time, everything like 360 spinning around. You're gonna get drunk of all these turnings. But as a feature to your movies, it's awesome. Imagine me sitting, have a conversation with another one, and the camera turns around and you see me in front instead from the back. Isn't that cool? That's what you can do with this one. And that's awesome. That's what I like this. It's borderless. You're not limited with this one. You are not limited. You're unlimited, and it's nice to have those moments when you can capture different angles and make things pop, and you know, the unpredictable gets predictable, and you know, all that jazz. So filmmaking and creating and all that stuff. Anyways, guys, I hope this one inspired you to at least try one, because when you try it, you will buy it. That's how it works with this one. It's so cool. With that said, guys, I'm Leon and all that jazz. You can subscribe to my channel here or jump into my Insta. I'm Leon Official. And if you have any question, please just ask it down in the comments below. Can take a little while before I answer you, but I will answer you as soon as I see it, okay? See you, peace, arrivederci, I'm out.